Now that you have this second startup running, do you have like a particular process for deciding on what startup opportunity to go with, or both of these opportunities on Fido with credit and identity, and then now with your stealth startup and the creator economy? Um, were you just like intuitively, this is the biggest problem that I could be tackling right now? Or do you have a kind of like an exhaustive process that you go through before you go headfirst into the opportunity?
So it doesn't, as far as biggest problem, it doesn't necessarily have to be the biggest problem, but it has to be what I see as the most important. And it just
Right.
happens to be fortunate that identity was a global problem, and this sort of video content consumption is a global sort of size as well. And it helps when you're dealing with a global or something that has a potential to be large on a number of fronts. The first thing is when you hire people, you can say, look, we're working on a project or a mission that can be global, therefore it's like super impactful, and therefore you'd get a real kick out of building something that can be big. That's part of it. The second part of it is you're able to get more investments to be able to run fast and sort of win in essence. So there are those sides to it, but I do have a very strong appreciation for quality. I know that in the Bay Area, there's this obsession with like release and iterate or run fast, break things, whatever. That's not the way I've seen it nor see it, because in this day and age, the consumer pretty much gives you one shot. You got one shot to impress, and if you don't do that, they don't care that you're going to iterate. Like you really need to do a good job. So I have the reason why we're kind of taking our time and doing it organically, despite like um, this being a fast-paced world, is because for me, if it's slow, steady, and done properly, that's worth a ton more than running fast and like the story with Fast from a month ago and other stories. Really, I'm sure hardworking team and everything, but just they're not getting the timing and the pacing right, and sometimes it's undue influence from investors in particular. And ultimately, like the founder is the decision maker, they should be setting the pace, and they should work to align everything else around that, not have more investors wanting to invest or different components, more team members wanting to join or whatever it may be, setting the pace. Like the pace should be, you should be in the driving seat, not being driven by the need for speed as such.